Okay, and we are live. What if I do ultra low latency? I'm gonna try that next time. Okay, we are live. Hope everyone's doing well today on this Tuesday morning. Last day of March, right? Tuesday, March 31st. We're heading into April. On the East Coast, it means times are getting better. It's weird. Bear UST, is it done? What happened to Bear USDT? How come I can't play? But the market's about to open. What do we see happening? Well, we see the SSP short kind of flat. I do think this is the time to get into it, though. We have a MACD cross coming. It's a beautiful time. I really think this is going to rocket back up to 40. Get yourself almost damn near 100% gains on this SPXU in the next couple weeks. Why I keep saying that there's hidden bullish divergence. We're going up where you have a down, this down, and this down, create a downswing. Put this down and this down, create an upswing. That means that this will rocket up. Hidden bullish divergence on its way. So you can feel it, you can smell it. It is time to play that hidden bullish divergence. Okay. All right. What am I playing? I'm still waiting to watch Bitcoin, right? I've been kind of on the sidelines for the last few days, just waiting to watch Bitcoin. I will want to make a gold purchase. I'm still looking at the gold prices here, wondering if I want to get a bar or a coin. And the bar, I really try to just buy the lowest possible price of gold I can. But it's nice to have, quarter ounce coins. But it's almost impossible to get a coin now. $1,800, I have to pay way more just to get the coin. In my opinion, I can just get a bar and call it a day at $17.28. That's the cheapest I can get a bar. And you see, if I add it to the cart and I continue to check out, it's not going to ship estimated until June 25th. Maybe it'll be earlier, maybe it'll be later. But I'm going to sit there and wait for 3 months to get that gold. But you know what? That's why it's an investment. It's money you can't spend. I would advise everyone to do that while you still can. Go to Mike Maloney at goldsilver.com, buy yourself an ounce of gold. You will never be upset because of it. It'll be okay. It'll be a good decision. Now, we saw this big line here. I said 21.8 was the line in the sand. We broke above it, now creating support. So it does say that this could become the new support. Technically, I think the Dow should just go all the way down. I mean, what they're doing is ridiculous. But we have to look at technical analysis as well. We are ending our move, though. I think we're going to have downside today just because the MACD on the 4 hour is telling us it's over. We just had our cross here coming. So as you can see, once we had the cross and into this area, right before the cross occurred, we started to boom up. This is a lagging indicator, usually comes after the fact, so you have to kind of play it as you see it happening. But that's why I see SPXU. Look, it hasn't happened yet. This is going to turn white on the histogram soon. This is going to curve up, and we're going to see a changing of the guard. Something like this. See how this curled up? We're kind of right here. If you can see, we're right here. This is curving down. Now we're down below. And we're kind of like right in this area. After a big spiking. So I think this is going to go up. And boom, as we open, we see the Dow down 97 points. Now 100. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. What up, my friend? What's going on, Don Juan? How you feeling this morning? How's everybody doing? How's your family? Hope you're feeling good. I bet you made a bunch of money on a short. I know Signal Profits had a short 100% gains in 5 days. Shorted from like 6,700 down to the 58 region. If the stocks are headed higher, these underperformers are worth taking a look. I would stay out of equities. I still think the Dow's going to go all the way to 10,000, but that's me. Who am I? I'm just a guy in his home studio, right? So who am I? Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. We will find out one day, won't we? Time will tell. But okay, let's look at what's going on in the cryptocurrency world. We'll check out Fiat Leak. We also check out CoinMarketCap and just see what's happening. See where the money's going here in Bitcoin. Still holding this same region it's been holding for a long time. It loves this region. And we can see that if you go to the I'm going to take you to my cryptos here. Funny, BNB Bull off the charts, not working. Bear USDT. I don't know what's going on with these. Invalid symbol all of a sudden. Did they get pulled? Really weird. We'll have to look into that. Yeah, home market about to crash. Yeah, for sure, man. It's perfect timing. So you want to get into gold right now. When the housing market crashes, you're going to make some money on the gold. You're going to sell the gold and buy some property. See, I'll explain it to everybody right now. You have a massive amount of baby boomers who have most of their wealth in their homes, right? My parents, they own real estate. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a baby boomer old couple who owns like a nice mansion or, you know, a good size 3 to 5 bedroom home. It's worth between 600 and 1.2 million in many neighborhoods all across the United States. And they've been watching their wealth, and they'll say, well, I'll give this to my kids, and they'll inherit the 1.2 million, then they can sell it. And one day they're going to try to sell it, or a friend of theirs is going to try to sell it, and you're going to see it's going to take a little while. There's not going to be as many buyers, right? Not many people have that money. And right now I think there's more supply than there are people to buy the houses. Number one. Number two, they're going to say, okay, 1.2 million, let's sell it for 900,000 because, you know, and a few people are going to get lucky, and some people who aren't paying attention are going to buy those homes for 900,000, but they're going to take a hit immediately. And then as that happens, you're going to see another couple being like, wow, you know, they just sold their house for 9, but they should have sold it for 1.2, and their house is worth 9. And they're going to put it on the market, and eventually they're going to take 7 or 8, because what it is they put 200 grand into these homes that are now worth, you know, like my parents put 170 into a home, and now it's worth, I think, about 770. So they've already 7x their money. It's like they're at the end of a long pump. And what do? Instinctively, most people would say, you know what, I should take the money while I can. They could downsize to a nice condo for 200,000, keep 500,000 in the bank that they need to live off of. So what's going to happen is you're going to see the prices just slowly drop and drop and drop as people are forced to sell equity from their homes that they really thought they had as they lose it. Next thing you know, you'll see houses that are 9 go to 6, 5. At that point, you'll have all the people that weren't paying attention, that weren't making sales early. They're going to be like, oh my God, we just lost our half house value. Maybe we're going to lose even more. We should sell it and get what we can. And this is going to create a complete crash of the real estate market. It's not going to happen from that actual action. These are going to happen because of what's going on in the markets. You're going to see they printed so much money that they propped up things to be higher than they're really worth. Like you know, 7xing your money on a house in 20 years, it doesn't make sense, right? Maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times, but 7x, that comes from money printing. The more money you print, the more everything goes up in price. A lot of the homes you see that are selling for big money, it's just really, it's just something that's happening due to the influx of money in the system. So it's only a matter of time till this blows up in everybody's face. That's what I'm calling for. Okay, coin market cap for the day. What are we looking at? A pretty green day. Bitcoin up 2%, Ethereum up 0.5%, XRP up almost 1%. Still holding that 17-cent range after dived from 11 cents. I mean, that was a huge gain if you got into that. Tether up a half a cent. I don't like that because if it's up a cent, it can go down to 99 cents too, right? So it really should be pegged at the dollar. And if you have a lot of them, that 1 cent make you some money, right? I mean, Bitcoin Cash up 2%. Bitcoin SV up 5%, still making moves again. So funny how it got into 6 so fast. Litecoin barely holding a 0.5% gain. EOS, Binance Coin, Tezos. Okay. Now Galaxy Digital, they do like a bunch of stuff. I saw this on Crypto Revolution. Shout out to Chris at Crypto Revolution. Go to his channel, check him out. He does an awesome daily video every day. But I was watching his video earlier, and he was showing me something about, let's see where I was at here. He was showing me something on a chart. Crypto differ, lunacrush.com. So we go to lunacrush.com. Not so much, right? Spy Girls Apparel. What is this? Lunar. So put an R there. This is pretty funny though. Live action comic strip about a hot secret agent with superpowers. Hey. Wow. Okay, so social listening for crypto, right? Sign up with Google, and you can basically see their charts, and they are giving scores to the different projects. Alt ranking, Galaxy digital score, alt rank, and you basically can get a list of their favorites or what they have. Coin of the day is WRX, right? Good volatility, market cap, kind of shows you what's going on. And this actually has had some big pumps. This is a token out of India exchange. What's going on, Muser? How you feeling, my friend? This will give you a lot of cool data, though. Go to Lunar Crush. We're actually going to bookmark that into the crypto folder right now because it looks like it's going to be a great asset. Bookmark this tab into the crypto folder. Lunar. And where did it go? That's weird, right? Huh. This is pretty cool. They're giving you a divergence cheat sheet. It's pretty nice to see. Something you could use. I like this. This is baby pips. Oh, this is for Forex trading, but that's cool. Can't help. Any little bit helps there. Galaxy score, man. 7 out of 100. It's a very high score. It's got a lot of posts, social engagement, 60% bullish. So you can just get a lot of ideas of what people are feeling throughout social media, which is pretty cool, right? I like this. I like this. So what Bitcoin Chris did is he took all the scores of all the best coins. And Ethereum Classic has one of the best scores, you know? I own a big ton of bag of that, and it's not even really, I don't believe in the project as much as I just know it's going to pump pretty heavily. It's interesting that I own that when it's really at the top of the list. But hey, then there's Bitcoin SV is even in there. BitShares, MakerDAO, Zilliqua, Icon. There's a big guy. I keep pushing Icon, telling people it's going to be a big winner when things start to move. Chills, Link, Engine Coin, Matic, XDZ. Yeah, these are all coins that I like that are making it. And Tether. But why does Tether have a score of 75? I mean, I guess just people talk about it and use it, but we want to see more of that. We might see the biggest bull trap over the next few months. I don't know. I think we're going to go down before the halving to about 5,000. And then I think we're going to have like a move up to 8 or 9. I think after the halving, we're going to see some big moves coming. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Money pouring in from that USD always seems to be the winner here on Fiat Weekly. Doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. I really want to see what's going on with Bear USDT and Binance. I was playing that recently, so I made a 20% gain on that. Instead of shorting like you did. The reason why I don't like to short so much is because I hate getting my money locked up in Bybit. Like, you know. But yeah, what's happening with Bear USDT? Is it not available? Did they cut off data? Huh. Have to look into that, but all of a sudden on my chart, Bear USDT and BNB Bull, they're not options anymore. I'm confused as to why. Let's try to add it again. Bear USDT. VX short USD Tether. FTX. So strange is like I can't seem to get it on Binance anymore. Interesting, very strange. But yeah, I saw this at 11:30 just a few days ago, and it bounced all the way up. It got really it bounced all the way up from 11:30. So look, this coin like what just started? Like this is weird. You put it on the 4 hour, on the 15 minute, and you still Still get nothing. It's as if it started trading on the 28th. I don't know what's happening with this coin. We're going to have to look into this and do some research. People will FOMO just because the halving, in my opinion. Yeah, no, I think we're going to see. But when you say the biggest bull trap over the next few months, what do you mean by that? Like where do you see it happening? Where are you going to short? What's your semi plan? I know. Just short or long on Binance futures. Yeah, I'd do the same thing, right, as the Bear USD tilt. Maybe they were seeing it was taken out of liquidity, so they decided to put the kibosh on it. I don't know. All right, so let's look at my play that I like to play here, Atom. Now, it was in this giant triangle that we can now extend. Now it's in like basically a huge triangle and a smaller triangle. So we play this triangle here that I'm looking at. May have to just shorten this wire. Yeah, it's not going to play with me there. So this is what I see happening. Kids home from school, man. Quarantine life. So we could come back down to the bottom of this trend line at 186. That would really be the buy zone, right? This would be the buy zone right here for sure. Somewhere right in here. If you could get it anywhere between this trend line and this white line, between 186 and 190, you'd be a winner. I think this would be a great place to accumulate Atom. And what I see happening is take the length of this base of this triangle, move it up, and we could see gains of all the way up to $2.60. And remember, Atom was trading regularly between $3.80 and $4 for a while up in the choppy area there. So if we go from where we're at now, you're getting gains of 47% coming at you in Atom. Just something I'm looking at. Let's look at the MACD. Let's look at the RSI on the 4 hour here. So on the 4 hour, it's choppy, right? Very choppy. Do we see any divergences? We also want to look for that. Do we see any divergence? Kind of exaggerated bearish divergence, right? Which is good. We want to see a bear move back into this green line. So that's kind of the move here. We're going to wait for it to come back down, play into this trend line, and then play that play with a very short stop loss below and see if we can take a scalp. Don't know when, but thinking we could see 3K or a bit lower before I'm full bull. Hey, man, it's very possible. I think maybe 4,500, 3,800 region, something like that. But I think pre-halving is going to happen. But no one knows, right? No one knows for sure exactly what's going to go down. It all depends on that day, on that movement. Let's look at XRP on the chart. Let's see just what it's saying, what it's doing. XRP at 17.286 cents. So as you can see, it's still in what I consider to be a giant buy zone on the daily, right? So if you can get XRP between 12 cents and 17 cents, this is kind of the place, right? This is it. We could bounce back down, but I think we're on our way to the top of this trend line like we did here. I think we're going to, we had a little move here. We had a move there. We had a move here. I think we took a nice long beat down. And I think we're still waiting on gains up to 27 cents, which would put us at about 40% gains coming for XRP, which I think is very, very possible. Actually, that would be more if you think about it, right? If we went all the way to 25 cents, so about 8 cents. And if we can hit the top of the trend line, 51 cents at this 26 region. Remember, we don't know how Bitcoin performs in a recession. Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen it. I think the whole point of Bitcoin is people are going to wake up and realize that it has to perform better than the dollar that they keep printing. But look at XRP just in this complete falling wedge, just complete downside ever since it spiked. It's been on a downside ever since January of 2018. It does have this huge gain coming. When it breaks out of this falling wedge, which is a 68% chance on the larger scale of things, and I'm talking right here, 265% gains coming for XRP. But how long we have to hold for that, it all depends, right? We were very oversold here on the daily. Had never been that oversold in a long time. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 possibly times since 2018. So about 2 years. It only been sold 3 times. You could have gotten it. So that's just something I'm looking at. XDZ. I thought 120 was the buy zone. Good area to accumulate in this green box. If you can get it in this green box again, it would be kind of similar to like a double bottom. We do have a double top here that didn't play out. You can see we had our M, but it should have went all the way back down. It did not. It got bought back up. We're pretty low on the RSI. I'm not going to make a call on this one really right now. I mean, these are very strange patterns that they're in as well. That massive dump that night was just insane. What day was that on March 12th? It was, wow. I turned ghost white. I lost half my portfolio in like an hour and a half. It was pretty bad. Nevertheless, I believe of 2021 we will see a massive run up, and the end of the day holding Bitcoin is always a good thing. Oh yeah, no, for sure. I agree with you. We all agree with that. I mean, I seen even you take big gains, but I think like if you make a couple grand, you always throw a few hundred back into your Bitcoin long-term holdings and just kind of forget about it. Like I've seen you mention that, and I think it's a good idea. I think it's a really good idea. All right. VET is something I'm always honing in on. See, a lot of these are bear flags though, just like a bull flag. This is a bear flag, which can continue further down. We came in pretty hard. We're below moving averages. We just broke above this 21 day, which is the first sign of digging yourself out of a grave, right? Is this big little just holding above this line. Honestly, I'm not playing any altcoins right now at the very, very moment, unless I get a good tip on a scalp or something like that. But for the most part, I'm just staying clear. Data USDT had a move. I added the Bitcoin. So weird. I added that recently. Okay. Excuse me. I've been dusting and I'm allergic to dust. So it just gets to me whenever I clean. I tell my wife, right? 673. Data had some really big moves up. Now this guy, Ripple, the $214 in 2020. Come on, man. I don't listen to these people and I don't make things like that. I think you're right. We go down soon. I'm waiting to buy. Yeah, I think we're going to have another big move down. And the reason why is when I look at, I think they're all going to follow Bitcoin regardless of what you think, right? Most people think, oh, it's different. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. On the bless. Appreciate that. I think you guys can see the chat immediately, even though I see thank you probably 20 seconds later, just because of the latency of the program, right? But so we got Bitcoin, right? And we got to look at on like the weekly chart, honestly. Now, for the weekly chart, these are big moves here. We're kind of still beginning a histogram. And right here, look, we began a histogram. We had a lot more downside coming. Then we had our big move down from that 13K, which is in this region here. And then I thought right here, this MACD cross was kind of like the beginning of this MACD cross. You know, maybe in this area here, see this here, but it's kind of, I don't know. You know, it doesn't show that. And there's no real divergence here. It's, you know, bearish. Just bearish signs, a lower low again, right? Ever since we went up, we had a low, and we're just making new lows until we break this low here at 7,000 and hold above it steadily. And let me show you on the 4 hour how crazy, or even on the daily, how crazy this 6,500 region is. You can just see it. It's been here. We hit it, couldn't get through. We bounced through. We wicked back. We came back up. We hit it. Tanked. We came up, we broke through, we hit it here, we broke through again. Now we're fighting with it again. As you can see, even back here on the way up to 20K, we came up to it, got rejected, broke through. So it's been an area here we broke through, got a little rejected, broke out. But you can see that right here, 60. So we bounced here, we broke through with a V-shaped recovery, we came off. Here we V-shaped recovery right here. We wicked off. Here we bounced off it here. So it's been support and resistance for a long time in the life of Bitcoin. So you know it's just a region. It's like the Great Wall of China, right? It's like, you know, it's like a big, big obstacle to get through. We keep wicking up to it and just can't seem to break above it, 65, 6,600. So in my opinion, that the fact that we couldn't here make this move above and hold it and get to 7K, 71K, we're going back down. I feel it in my heart, and I could be wrong, but even the charts kind of tell me that it's tentative. We're getting low volume on the push up, so that means that this move is just not sustainable, really. We also have a very strange shape. We're in a channel. We do see the higher low, but this low really was the same. And this could form a double top. See, this is, I thought, was a double top, and I thought we were going to come down and fall 4,800, and it still could become a complex head and shoulders. We have a shoulder here, a head. This could be the next shoulder. If that was the case, and I think it's going to be, it's looking like that to me, then we'll take this to the bottom of a shoulder, put it here, and that really puts us at 4,300. So let's get back. My buddy just said the stocks are about to crash. Let's just get back into the Gus funds and see what's going on with that. So the Dow now down 258 points. I told you SPXU was the play today, and honestly, it's the play for a few reasons. Number one, it went all the way up to 40 and got crashed down. This is like a V-shaped recovery upside down. Number two, we're having a MACD cross coming on the daily. We're about to hit that pink histogram. And number three, we have hidden bullish divergence, which tells me that this is on the way up. This is almost like a guaranteed buy. I've never want to say this again. This isn't financial advice. Please use a financial advisor, entertainment purposes only. But honestly, I never really fully encourage people, hey, buy this. But this is screaming technical analysis buy right now. It's telling me that we are in for a nice play with this. Also, it already had those gains, so we know it can come back up there again. Take profit along the way. You know, take a nibble off of 29, 32, and maybe let the less ride and see if you can get back to 40. We break through 40, this thing is going to go somewhat parabolic, in my opinion. So, yeah, I would be shorting the markets again starting today. JNUG really struggling with the market, even though it's a gold asset. It's really struggling with the market, and even though we had a MACD cross coming, but we're kind of really down here. Look how oversold we're holding on the daily. So to me, this means you just got to get it, because oversold here once in 2018. So this thing has only been oversold like this 3 times in its entire lifespan. Just something to think about, right? So one thing they did do, though, as I looked at this, is they changed the leverage from 3 times to 200%. It used to be 300% leverage. So now it's weird. See how they changed these? The investment objective and strategy of each fund in the table below is currently seeking daily leverage or daily inverse leverage investment results before fees and expenses of 300% or negative 3% as applicable to the performance of the underlying index. Effective after market close March 31st, each fund's investment objective and strategy will change to seek daily leverage or daily inverse leverage investment results before fees of 200% as applicable. So we're going to lose 1 times leverage on the JNUG and JDST short and long gold. So you can short gold with JDST, which is JDust, right? You can short gold. If you think gold's going up, down, you can buy this and you'll make money, right? And then you can long gold if you buy JNUG. These are just, ideas that I've been playing with. It's kind of how I learned to trade, is I found these 2 assets and kind of ping pong them. And this is like 6-7 years ago. That's kind of how I based my trading off of. Now the Dow down 204 points. If you look at what's happening, last night we had 180 people die in the United States overnight. So it's happening pretty fast, the way this is going. I think we're going to have a lot of pain coming out of New York. I think it's just beginning. I think it's just getting started. I think we're going to see a lot of pain. It's sad to say, and I'm sorry to tell you guys this, looking straight into the camera so you can see my eyes, but these are the facts of life. We're in for major, major pain. Even where my friend lives in tiny little town, Martha's Vineyard, I saw that they went up to 8 cases. What will happen in Boston? What's my Boston prediction, Massachusetts prediction for all my people here in Massachusetts? Well, I think we're also going to see a raise in cases here in Boston. And you know why? I see a lot of people still not taking it seriously. I was at Home Depot and I was at Costco's in the last 2-3 days. combined, and I wore a mask and gloves and wiped down my cart, and I saw a lot of people just walking around with no gloves, no mask, no nothing, just acting like it's la-di-da. And that's really what's going to happen, is that person's going to get it from someone in the store, bring it home, their kid's going to go to hang out. I saw kids hanging out at my neighbor's house yesterday. They're all outside on the front steps. They don't want to not hang out, right? And it's like, how serious is it? Is it serious? It's like, once you think it's serious, you have to remain serious about it. It's like, you can't flip-flop, you know? You can't have onions and ketchup one day and then no ketchup the next day. I'm being silly with like a burger order, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just decide things are going to be one way. And you either have to believe that the virus is here and it's anywhere you could be. And look at me. I came from New York, now about 2 weeks ago. And just last week, and I was self-isolated, but no one knew that. I had New York plates. I drove to a tiny little town outside of Boston called Lincoln-Sudbury area, which is very rich, small farm stands. There was 12 or 13 people in the store at a time, very small. And not because they were limiting it. It was just a very small farm stand in the middle of nowhere. And I was there hanging out. I did have a gas mask on and gloves, but say I didn't. Say I was one of those people who's just kind of nonchalantly. None of those people would ever believe someone who just come from Queens was standing next to them on like a morning at 11 a.m. They think they're in a small town. You have to realize people are traveling now everywhere and anywhere, and no town is not going to get this. Like, it's going to get itself into every little corner of the United States, of the world, except for Antarctica, places that are really hard to get to. Of course, we probably won't see it, hopefully. We have a bunch of soldiers in some base waiting in some place. We're keeping them completely away from the population so they can be 100% quarantined. Now, what do I see happening for gold? Well, gold had this double top, which played out exactly as it should, had a V-shaped recovery. A lot of things did this exact move. It kind of followed the Dow a little bit, right? Did the Dow basically double? The Dow kind of had the double top here too. Bounced back down. And one good thing about the Dow, I have to say, is it did break this 21.8 region, But if we get back below that again, it's just going to become very, very hard resistance, and that could be the new top that we're trying to break. Wondering why this JNUG play is just really stumping. I think you have to hold it for like a month to really make any gains on it. We're going to see what happens. But this SPXU, man, I think this is really the play right now with the hidden bullish divergence. This is my play of the day. If I had to tell anyone to do something, I would tell them to buy SPXU or keep their cash on the sidelines for a bigger dump coming into Bitcoin. That's what I see happening, guys. Analysts believe Bitcoin price drop is ending now. Per the cryptocurrency trading analyst Coinbase, Bitcoin price is unlikely plummeting down to the 37 mark following its fall on 12th, which has been its recent lowest point. Bitcoin price predictions are pointing in from all directions all the time. I'm writing this, but to make sense of the few is the real issue. These guys write the worst articles. In his latest YouTube series about trading with Bitcoin, Tone said that Bitcoin price likely fell to its deepest pit during the BitMEX crash on the 12th of March, which resulted in the liquidation of $1.5 billion in crypto. What to expect? Tone pointed out, and I don't think Coinbase is that great, honestly. I've never been a huge fan of him. He missed the bottom completely. He's been made a fool of many, many times. A really good video is Richard Hart versus Coinbase. If you haven't seen that, it's hilarious. As much as people want to call Richard Hart a scammer, this video was hilarious. I didn't think I was going to bring it up today, but this video was absolutely hilarious.
Believing that if you destroy Bitcoin and some other shitcoin is going to rise to the top is delusional.
And this is a Bitcoin realist.
There's things that other currencies can do that Bitcoin can't.
He's been trading for most of his life.
If you think trading is easy, that's the fastest way you will actually get wrecked.
While he's been hodling since the early days of Bitcoin.
I called the 20K Christmas when the price was 4K.
They met at Black Show in Singapore for the ultimate crypto show.
About Bitcoin, and Tim Mnuchin, the head of Treasury Department, said that it was a national security issue, that they don't like blockchain, and I expected the price to move down. Instead, the price went up 10%, and then the next day it moved down with a delay of lag because the traders in the United States aren't engaged in the same way that Asian traders are. So now if you do price analysis like Tone does, and you don't have your ear to the ground in Asia, you're unqualified.
Anything to add? I've always been a believer in technical analysis. I don't believe the average person has the resources nor the ability to do fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is something left to hedge funds, people that can hire a bunch of interns, people that can hire a bunch of analysts. As an average trader, you use technical analysis. Just because I wasn't able to do a great job in timing the $3,000 low for the big run up to 14,000, it doesn't mean that technical analysis failed. If I paid more attention, if I was trading and not traveling the world, I'm pretty sure I would have done a better job. I still think if you're gonna be a retail trader, the only chance you have is to be a good technical analyst.
Do you know how easy it is to press buy when the president of China tweets everyone that he loves the blockchain? It's the easiest thing in the world. Do you know how easy it is to buy when you see that the Asian markets are limit up 10% on any stock that even loosely involves the word blockchain? It was the easiest long in the history of longs. Any fundamental now, China analysis is the only thing that matters when real retail people have earned enough money to get back into the market in the West and start to play until they get wrecked. Listen, everyone that's trying to make money, you're gonna lose money trading, okay? For sure. The reason that you go to Vegas and those giant buildings are built is because it's built on losers. And if you go and you trade, you will be destroyed, you will be wrecked. You do not have any advantage over anyone else in the market. ToneVase sells an indicator on his website for $800 called the TD indicator. He sells an indicator called TD because it was invented by a guy named Tom DeMark. He doesn't pay Tom DeMark. If you want to learn trading, maybe you should learn it from the guy that he's trying to impersonate and actually license a Tom DeMark product or go to his seminars.
Sure. If you think trading is easy,
What's up, Ali Farah? How you feeling, my friend?
Actually get wrecked. The TD indicator, I made a couple of changes, and basically what you're paying for is you can do it yourself. You can do it for free. The code is public. The math is public, I should say. What you're basically paying for is the code that I programmed for TradingView. And you can either code it yourself for TradingView. You can use free versions. They're all out there. I announce it. Hey, you can use the free version. I can't vouch for the accuracy of the math in the free versions. And all you're paying for is the effort that...
I mean, Richard Hart just broke it down that he basically just shysted Tom DeMark stuff.
It took me to code up the math that is publicly available.
Round 2. Bitcoin maximalism versus realism.
Richard, you said that you were a Bitcoin maximalist and then you moved to a Bitcoin realist position. Can you explain?
Yeah, BuyDow coin. We've been looking at that too. That's been we've been thinking about that. Basically, isn't it like the eBay of India, something like that, right? BuyDow DAI stablecoin on Binance chain. Let's see what's going on with this thing. So it's an ongoing ICO, ends in 8 months. So you can buy into it. See, US, we can't buy into any ICOs anymore. They banned us all. So I don't even think I could get into it. I have been researching it slightly. It's been coming across my radar. BuyDow is a blockchain system that creates a trustless stablecoin and a new decentralized financial tool that allows leverage trading in a trustless setup. So basically, it's like, it's a trading coin. It's kind of MakerDAO-ish. It basically similar to WRX, or it's like a trading token of some type, but it also involves its own leverage trading blockchain on a trustless system. Let's see what this guy says here.
Hi, I'm Boston Eichner, and I'm 21 years old. I have been coding since I'm 9, and I received 3 Apple scholarships for the WWDC. Only around 100 people
I actually watched this a long time ago.
Scholarship from Apple every year, so it has been a great honor for me. I have been working intensively in the blockchain space over the past 2 years, and in 2018, I came up with the concept behind BuyDow. I am a huge Binance fan, and I believe that the Binance chain will do well over the coming years. That's why I decided that there should be a trustless stablecoin on it. The vision behind BuyDow is way bigger though. We want to be the main stablecoin for all chains, including EOS, Tezos, Cosmos, and of course Ethereum. This will have substantial impact worldwide, and that is why we continue working hard every single day. In 2019, we developed our token, and early investors can already stake their tokens throughout the ICO. Moreover, the earlier you invest, the higher is your staking reward. In phase 1, early investors get a staking reward of 50%. The staking reward decreases with each phase of the ICO, so you have to be quick to get the maximum staking power.
I mean, I love
Join
these
us
and
on
I
this
don't
journey
like these, right?
today.
It's like I've been part of a lot of these ICOs before, and the idea is they're creating FOMO early. But what happens when most people sell when this coin hits the market? But you know what? It has a smart guy. What I would do is I'd be researching this kid. When I get into a coin, I find out who's behind it, and I do a lot of research on the human being. Because to me, you're buying the human being. Like when you're buying Bitcoin BitShares, you're buying Dan Larimore, right? When you're buying Overstock, you were buying Patrick Byrne. When you're buying Tesla, you're buying Elon Musk. So in my opinion, I don't buy a coin unless I know who's making it and why they're making it, what's going on with it, and that's kind of something that I really dive into because I need to know, right? I need to know more about the person creating the coin. But you know what? I think it's what's the ticker? Oh, Baidu. Yeah, BIDAO. BID. Yeah, BID. Yeah. Definitely cool though to see a new ICO popping out. It definitely was across my radar, but I didn't dive into it fully. So staking power is 30%, drops to 3% after the ICO. I mean, imagine getting 30% staking though. I mean, that's pretty cool. US earned by staking. Become power staker. Trustless USD stablecoin. Sale running fast. Get the token. So you sign up. Huh. Decentralized finance. You know what? I don't want to push it on anybody. CEO Bastian Anger, 3x. So you know he's running with that 3x Apple award. He's been coding since he was 9. He's only 21. But what does he know about running a company and pitfalls? And what does he know about like the ups and downs and fighting through? And what does he know about getting? I don't know. I mean, he's a smart dude. He knows how to code. But does he know how to run a company? You know? Yeah, he has this CTO here. This guy looks younger than young too. 100 entrepreneurs in the world. Brian Cadenza. I look at their Instagrams. I look at what they look like, right? I look at their LinkedIns and just kind of get an idea of what these people are doing. See his Twitter. Like, what is he saying on Twitter? Argentine entrepreneur, CTO, decentralized finance, TEDx speaker, Brian Cadenza. He has 500,000 followers. That's insane, right? Never even heard of him, and he's got a lot of followers. Every retweet this post, crypto against COVID, $1 USD donation. Every retweet of this post equals $1 donation. So look, we just retweet that and we just, boom, we just sent $1 donation. That's pretty sweet. I went to stock up on some new tweets, and even the tweet store is practically social distancing. That's pretty stupid. Bido is a decentralized stablecoin built on Binance Dex, used to multiple chain link price reference contracts to create a liquid CDP based on aggregated market prices. This expands the types of assets that can be used to collateralize Bido CDPs, Chainlink and Bido. Interesting. Hey, that's pretty interesting. Breaking news: Binance is buying CoinMarketCap. The price tag $400 million. Very interesting, considering that Binance is one of the exchanges listed on the site. I'm sure CZ has big plans for this website. That's pretty awesome to know. In quarantine, every day feels like Monday, Tuesday through Thursday. I'll say Tuesday through Thursday, right? I don't know what you guys think. What does every day feel like for you guys? But yeah, follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I talk about different things, retweet people, as you can see, just kind of show you what's going on. Maybe post a video of me wearing a gas mask in the subway, just so you can get a kick out of that. But yeah. Okay, so Bitcoin kind of holding this region. We're going to see what happens here with the Gus funds. It's just a name I have for like a mixed bag of things, like not a huge list. It's just like gold, the DOW. Now the DOW fighting back, only down 16. It got bought up a lot right there. But I think, see, this is coming. You're going to have one more green, and then the MACD shows that the run is over, man. The runs happen right here between the pink and the dark green. You always want to be buying kind of right before this line crosses in the pink area, in my opinion. It's called Noah. Is your chance to become a millionaire? I just invested 10K. Let's see here. All good, bro. I wanted to ask about Bido coin. I've heard it's still an ICO. Do you know about it yet? What's the ticker? Oh, bit. Bitboy Crypto put a video out yesterday on this showing he invested 10K. You think it's paid? Drop the link in the chat. It's called Noah. It's your chance to become a millionaire. I invested 10K. Yeah, be careful just dropping money on what you see these guys tell you. I know Bitboy, Crypto Boy, whatever. Let me see. Bitboy Crypto. Yeah, just be careful, man. You wanna just, hey, I'm happy that you had the 10K to throw in there. That's pretty awesome. See, if I were you, I would be investing in Icon. Icon is my sleeper coin that no one really talks about. You don't see a lot, but Icon is making big moves. This is hilarious, by the way. They go back at it. He breaks down Hex.
To earn interest. Yes. So, Tone, you define Hex, Richard's upcoming project, a shitcoin. So why do you think it's a shitcoin?
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's the name of the video, right?
Believing that if you destroy Bitcoin and some other shitcoin is gonna rise to the top is delusional.
And this is
Yeah, I agree.
realist.
A lot of XRP guys do that. They're like, oh,
I know that many people regret not getting into Bitcoin in 2011 or 2012. And I, for one, really regret not getting into the Ethereum ICO in 2014. I knew about it. The chance was right in front of me, and I didn't take it. But now, we may have the opportunity to make up for all of our past mistakes. A new project has busted onto the scene that could be the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you've been waiting for. Let's get it. Hello and welcome to BitBoy Crypto. Your one-stop.
I do like Bitboy Crypto. I'm gonna, put it out there. A lot of people I don't have faith in. I think he's pretty legit, and I like his calls.
For all things related to a ton of people in my Telegram group, you guys have to listen to me right now when I tell you this. This could be the unbelievable opportunity we've waited for.
Keeps milking
We've
it.
endured the bear market. Patience pays off. This could be the best chance.
Weird, I have this exact shot in my video. It almost looks like he stole it from
Most people are lucky to get even one opportunity like this in their entire life. This kind of investment could be like buying Bitcoin in 2011. So a few months ago, there was some buzz about a project on Twitter. You may have for Binance. Now, we've talked about the huge opportunity that DeFi is. It is the next wave to bring generation.
I mean, I actually do believe this too. DeFi is going to bring generational wealth, right? It's this is something I'm looking at. I don't think I'm legally able to buy this ICO, but you know what? We'll see what happens. It's definitely on my radar now. You put 10K. Oh, he just invested 10K. That was the name of his video. I see what you're saying. Hey man, that was it could be the best or the worst thing he ever did. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't invest maybe 10K, but maybe, you know what? Who knows? I don't know. That's definitely something we're looking into. I just want to put ICX on your radar. ICA is one of the few companies that is actually making money right now. You know,
Icon will over 100 businesses have partnered with Icon. For 2019, Icon will focus on governance through staking rewards. This means users will soon be able to stake their ICX to earn rewards. Icon currently has more than 100 full-time employees working on the project. This makes them the largest blockchain developer base in Korea. Icon's enterprise blockchain implementation Loopchain is one of the oldest and largest operating blockchain networks in the world. It has been used for over 2 years by some of the largest and most reputable companies of major industries in Korea, including Samsung Securities. With a lot of crypto projects on the edge of bankruptcy due to the bear market, Icon's financials remain healthy. They even managed to expand to a much larger and better office space capable of supporting up to 470 people. At the time of their ICO, Icon's ICX token sale raised close to 75,000 Ethereum. After the post-Ethereum crash adjustments, the team still holds around $5 million worth in Ethereum reserves. In addition, being part of Daily Financial, the largest fintech company in Korea, and Icon Loop being a for-profit business since 2016 means that Icon has had an income stream well before.
Yeah, man, no offense. I told you to take that bat. I think you should have sold bat at 15. I don't know if you watch my videos. I'm not trying to be like a nanny here, but I was going over what you were doing, and I was thinking about you. And I said, you got in at 11. When bat hit 15, that was it, man. Like right here, look, we hit this top 16 and a half. Even I said, take that. See this white line? These are lines of previous support and resistance. They're always going to give you trouble. I drew this white line way before you even told me you were in there. So look how it came to my white line and bounced away. That's why making these lines is so simple. Let me help anyone right now. We're going to take Dash, right? A coin I don't have much on. Like I haven't done any much technical analysis. So we'll delete all my work, right? Now you want to buy a coin. The first thing you should be doing is looking at a chart and creating these lines of support and resistance, okay? You're going to see wherever it had an issue getting through. See these tops? Like here's a top. Here's definitely a top. Obviously, look, 2 times. And then you're going to work off that. And basically, you want to trade around this, moving averages, and these indicators. So you want to have confluence between all 3 of these things. Now, when you told me you got into bat, I was saying, you know what? Take profits right here, man. Take profits right here because, number one, you're up from 11 cents, right? So we get into it at 11 cents. I remember you telling me you got in around 11. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember that. So if we get up to 11 cents here, and boom. So you made 15%. I mean, to me, that's a huge gain. And that's a nice, I know you want to long-term hold these, but hey, I'll say what I say, but you're up already. You're still up. Why not? Looks like you may have a new bottom, but it could retest this 12 region. And look, this could even be forming a head and shoulders. Shoulder, a head, another shoulder. And that would put it back, honestly, to the bottom of that shoulder. We could see it down into the 8 cents region. So that's what this is telling me. If this creates another shoulder right here, we could see this in the 8 cent region. And it's also kind of forming what's called is like a rising wedge, which has a 68% chance of a break to the downside. Okay. We could come up to this trend line though. This is something, these are possibilities here. Get a nice 33% gain. And we could go back up to this white line in confluence to 18 cents. Could be the bottom of this trend line. This is a really big time for it. Can it break above the 21-day moving average? Can that hold support? Actually, this would be a good place to buy bat right now and put a stop loss like right here at 13. So you only lose a little bit. See if you can just risk we can only risk like 2 to 3% to try to gain 35%, which is an amazing 30-to-1 ratio, right? Or 10-to-1 ratio. So that's something we really want to look at. That's actually a good trade, and you put it up on my radar. But the potential of it going back to 8 cents is there. The potential for it going up to 18 cents is there. Interesting. Depending on how much money you have, I would look into maybe just taking a little bit of profit off the table right now. But that's just what I would like to tell you. Things that I should have done that I didn't do in the past. It's kind of how I push you guys because I've been there and I felt the pain. And you don't want to go through all that pain. You just want to make some money, I do like BAT, though, and I believe in the program. But look, I keep pushing this. This is Adam USDT at 195. If it can get back into this buy zone here at 180, in this 180 region, it's just something that's kind of my trade of the day. Yeah, so I would really push buying a bar of gold too, if you can. You know what? Buy 1 bar of gold. Get in there while you still can. All right, guys, I got to sign off for the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll get into more tomorrow. Thank you for putting Baidu on my research. Let me just finish this last video with Icon.
ICO madness. Icon's goals to connect South Korea and its blockchain-powered ecosystem are gaining momentum. Recently, at the Blockchain International Festival, Icon demonstrated the 3 main components of its blockchain ecosystem. Since South Korea aims to be cashless in the next several years, they need a system to ID people rather than carrying ID cards like we do. The blockchain ID is an easy way for users to fill out their details and transfer the Icon ID card to their mobile phone. Blockchain Vote is a voting system created as a part of Icon Loop's.
So funny, Crypto Don Juan, you see what he just said? A small investment's like 700 really won't return much long term. Thanks, man. Ali, man, you have no idea. I put 700, it turned into damn near $20,000 before in cryptocurrency. So if you put it in the right cryptocurrency, Crypto Don Juan, tell him, man. Tell him, you get into the right cryptocurrency at the right moment, $700 can turn into a lot of money.
Collaboration.
A lot. I'm telling you, a lot of money, more than you would ever believe.
Korean government to build the next generation.
Remember, please hit the like button if you're on here. Just all you have to do is just click that like button, just like I did for this guy here. It means the world to me. It just helps me get a little more viewing and helps my channel grow.
Election system. Finally, Icon blockchain S-coin payments will enable users to transact cash-free and quickly. The users will be required to scan a QR code on the product, which will transfer all the details of the product onto the app. If 2017 and early 2018 were seen as the years of the ICO, then 2019 could very well be the year for the STO. Security token offerings could be especially big for the Korean crypto industry, and as the biggest blockchain platform in Korea,
Yeah, Ali, don't downplay $700, man. Put it where you really think. Have a lot of faith. That $700 could turn into a lot of money. I'm talking 20, 30 grand. It's a big I mean, yeah. And I know you don't believe me, but yes, you could easily 30x to 60x that. So just to keep that on your radar. I'd appreciate after you research if you would move the 1400 into BIDO and leave it until the ICO finish. I'd appreciate after you research if you would move the 1400 into BIDO and leave it there until the ICO finishes. I mean, honestly, this is just something you got to figure out on your own. I can give you some analysis. I can tell you what may happen. You know what? I might put $500 into BIDO and just leave it there. Never think about it again. Let it rock for 2-3 years. See what happens. I think, you know what? But the second you get that fear of FOMOing and there's a lot of emotion involved, you want to step back. You want to step back. Like, oh, he put 10 grand. He's going to be a multimillionaire. I need to put 10 grand. I think you should keep doing what you're doing. And I think you should be buying a little bit of Bitcoin every single month, every single day. Even $10 a month, all you can, you know.
Threats like falsification and duplicate.
Remember, I said ICX, man. What's your email so I can donate? I want to do the last time, but couldn't donate from my ledger. remotechief@gmail.com if you want to do that. Yeah, remotechief@gmail.com. Yeah, you can PayPal there if you really like, and you can also go to any of my Bitcoin addresses. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow for more analysis, more fun, and more discussions. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and remember, crypto is life. And if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Have a great day.